Oh, let's keep it celebratory.
Oh, yep. Hmm.
Uh, Allen Iverson has a, I guess it's a statue. It looked kind of small, but whatever. Context first. I was confused because it says it's a statue. Context first. Context first.
Justin
Um,
Boy was like, "Oh, he got a trophy."
I was confused. Anyway, let's context. So it is all over the internet that Allen Iverson now has a statue uh of it. They made a statue of him. They gave him a statue, however you want to say it, at the 76ers practice facility.
Training facility. Yeah.
And so there's a whole video, multiple angles of him
Unveiling.
unveiling and giving a kiss, Keith Lee
It was
giving a
under a
kiss.
black. It was under a black sheet, and then they,
Right,
ripped
they
it off,
unveiled
and
it.
there he was.
And he kisses his own statue of him, of course, doing the signature crossover
I
that we
mean,
all
would you
know
kiss your
him.
statue?
Probably not, no, no. But people, you'd be surprised what people kiss. I never forget as a kid
Mhm.
watching the Knicks and the Bulls play, and John Starks ran to the middle of the court, dropped down to the floor that they were just running all over, and kissed the middle of the New York Knicks logo. Lips on the
Do you know he was? I don't think you know this, but he
John
was my
Starks.
he was my favorite Knicks player back in the day.
I did not know that.
Yep.
But I remember that. I remember him running to the logo, half court, and
Mhm.
kissing the logo. I have
I
lots of
mean,
words I'm trying to say
when
things.
when you are excited and when you feel like you have accomplished something that maybe you didn't think you could accomplish, or maybe you did think you could accomplish it, but now you have, man, what a feeling. What a
Yeah.
feeling.
Sometimes the ghost of NBA past gets in you.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Allen Iverson is kissing his um statue. Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting. I've seen them kiss the ball before. That's nasty. The
I mean, I
statue's
just told you
probably
what John Starks did. This was
that's
after a
nasty.
game.
That's nasty too. It's the same. I
The
mean,
nastiest.
yeah, because
Shoes, sweat, blood, snot,
y'all's feet. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Mm-mm. Can we move on?
pineapples.
Oof, oof. I don't like that. I don't like this conversation anymore.
Anyway, I don't understand why the statue is so small. I'm very confused. I don't know if it's them giving him props or them dissing him. It's some kind of acknowledgement, but I'm really confused
Would
because it,
you?
it seems to be a small figure.
Well, okay.
And I know he's a small figure in the basketball world. I mean, he's still taller than me or something like that. But I mean, I just am a little confused. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but he's
Would you?
happy, and I'm happy they acknowledged him because
I think
there's a
that's
long-standing history of ups and downs between Allen Iverson, the 76ers, and Philadelphia fans. I mean, as far as I know, most Philly fans love him, but as far as the league, there's a lot of turmoil and different things, a lot of mixed emotions and mixed things that have always been said throughout the years. So them showing him any type of acknowledgement, I think is dope. But I'm just really confused. Was it like we're gonna give you the smallest statue we could find? I'm really confused. Like,
But let me ask you something. Is the issue with the statue that it's not life size? Because it's tall. If you look at it, it has a base. There's a base and then he's on top of the base. I figured it was because of the pose. It was easier to put it on top of a base than to make it a larger sculpture. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to pull it back up. I do understand what you're saying. You could keep talking. I'm just looking.
Because it's not a tabletop statue. It's actually sitting on a base that's
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it right now. The statue itself, yeah, it's sitting on a base. You're right, but the statue itself ain't much taller than Allen Iverson himself. And if there's a base already, that means this ain't a big statue.
well, I don't know what size a statue of Allen Iverson is supposed to be.
Watch your
So
mouth. Watch too much. Watch your mouth.
no, I'm not, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just mean I don't know what size it's supposed to be. Like, what is and that's why I'm asking. Would it be better if it was a full size statue of him, like the length of his body?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming it's the Sixers who erected the statue. I don't, or had it done because it's on their training facility. I don't know who
I would
commissioned.
assume so.
Yeah, that's what I assume. I don't know who commissioned it, but I mean, I don't know. I've never had a statue of myself made, so I don't know how big or how small it should be. Um, I mean, the
But what if
bust
they gave
of
you a statue?
MLK in DC is, I don't even know how tall. It's wildly tall. And then even what's his name? Them statues that they have like all around New York City of different people, those are usually like the length of the person's body.
I mean, the bull in the Wall Street area is the size of a bull.
Is bigger than the Allen Iverson statue. I don't want to take this moment to diminish this this cool thing that happened for him though.
I'm just confused. I'm not
You
hating on him.
know,
I'm very happy for him that he's getting any acknowledgement. But I'm very confused about, well, where's the rest of the statue? Like, what's going on here? What happened?
I understand your concern. I do. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what happened here. I guess more research should have been done on our part to see who actually created the statue, and you know and who paid for it really is the question, because whoever paid for it is responsible for how big or small it was. So it may not necessarily be the artist's fault, probably the person who commissioned the work in the first place. um but it's a cool thing for players of the now to walk into the training facility, and as they're walking in they see this pose of Allen Iverson. I think that's great. I'm excited that they did something like this for him.
I didn't even think about this. Keep this article right here. Keep this article right here. So this is from the Associated Press, but it's
Uh-huh.
on ESPN's website.
Mhm.
It says, yes, there is something quite wry about the fact Allen Iverson was immortalized in his crossover of all sites, pose at, of all sites, the Philadelphia 76ers practice facility. Practice. Not where the Sixers play their games. Practice. Almost 22 years after AI ranted about quote unquote practice 22 times in an often spoofed news conference, even Iverson got a kick out of the location of the sculpture unveiled Friday on the team's Legends Walk, joining the likes of Julius Erving, Wilt Chamberlain, Charles Barkley, and Maurice Cheeks. The Hall of Famer.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I didn't know that there were other statues. That makes a difference.
The Hall of Famer who made talking about practice, quote unquote, a permanent part of the pop culture lexicon is now a permanent part of the Sixers' home. Quote, I could sit out a practice, Iverson said after the ceremony. Play me in the games.
So that you think they were poking fun at him?
Yes, and that's
But
why that's part of my whole thing.
but I also didn't know that there were other players that have these statues there, which
Gotcha.
to me changes it for me and makes me feel like, okay, if we look up the other statues, they're probably sculpted similarly. And if it's like somewhere lined up with other players, it would make sense why it's not bigger. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've been to the uh I've been to the Football Hall of Fame before, the NFL Hall of Fame before. They have a room of busts of the Hall of Famers. And they're all the same size. They're not very large, but they're all in there. So I imagine it's kind of that same type of idea. They would have to make it small enough and I don't know how they're displayed. They don't show us that. They just showed us the one statue. So
Okay, actually, you're right and I'm wrong. They are some of the other ones. Oh, I don't know. This one's tall. Some are
who's
some. They're all standing on bust and doing signature moves.
I actually think that's a really cool concept.
Here, look at Barkley. Can you see it?
Yeah. I think that's really cool
Yeah.
that they do their poses. I love that actually. I would like to go see this place. This sounds really interesting now. Now that it's in context, and excuse us for not doing enough research beforehand, but
Word.
now that it's in context, I feel better about it, and also I'm kind of excited about. Do people get to go and see this? I assume that they do.
I can't get a clear picture of this other one with the guy, but here's another one.
His does look smaller than theirs, though, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not looking at it I'm not looking at it the way you're looking at it, so maybe. Oh, I guess they're all about the same, right? I don't
They're
know.
similar. I don't know.
Similar, but
We got to go out there with a measuring tape and see what's up. You know what I mean?
I'm into that. Getting kicked off the premises to measure the sculptures is
Right.
kind of wild.
Like, excuse me, what the hell are y'all doing?
We just wanted to see the length. It's not a school project.
Yeah, we're just here trying to see what's up.
Right, right. Just mathematics is why we're here.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing crazy.
Mm-mm. Just some light math, you
Right.
know.
That's all. Help us
So
out. Help us
anyway,
out.
I think this is cool. I think this is dope. I don't I don't know if it's a knock to him to do it in the way that they did it. Maybe it is. But I still think it's pretty cool to be among some of the other greats and their poses. I love that. I think that's such a
Yeah.
cool idea that
No,
they
it is
start.
very cool. And I was wrong, so I apologize for that.
It's all
That's
good.
on that's on me, audience. That's on me.
It's all good. We sorted through it very quickly.
Nothing a Google image search can't fix.